Malaga, Spain is one of the oldest cities in the world, dating back almost 3,000 years. Join us as we take you for just a small view of what our month-long stay here was like.
We just got to Malaga, dropped off our suitcases, off to find something to eat. So this is our first experience here. So Tim, excited about your first tapas experience?
Yeah, never had tapas like this before.
Those are some big tapas. Enjoy. So quiet. And it is kind of late. It's not that early. It's 10 a.m. I don't know why it's like this. I guess people sleep in on Sundays.
When you fly into Malaga Airport, there's a number of options to get down at least towards the center part of town. We ended up taking a cab and it cost us like 15 euros or something like that because they had a minimum for what they could charge and the route that they took. But you could take the metro, which the metro runs right along the main street here.
Very easy to get to from the airport and lots of stops, especially in Old Town.
We didn't do the metro because our host told us it's a 10-minute walk from the metro stop to the Airbnb, and same with the bus. But really, it didn't turn out to be a 10-minute walk. It really was about a 2-minute walk. But I think she's just trying to give us in case we walk slower than I do already. So, but that's just one thing to keep in mind. If you're going to be staying in the central part of Malaga, the historic area of Malaga, take the metro or take the bus. Save yourself a couple bucks. So,
To get around Malaga, everything is really a walking distance away, 20-30 minutes walk, no matter where you're at within the city center, pretty much. But what we chose to do is we got 2 bus passes for 20 euros each, and it gave you unlimited bus rides all throughout the city for 1 month. So that worked out perfect for us. But the other thing that you can do is you can also rent electric scooters or e-bikes and ride along the designated pathways along the street. One of the first things we do when we arrive at a new location is to hit the grocery store to load up on our initial supplies, groceries, coffee, etc. And we happen to be very lucky that our Airbnb was right across from the world famous Atarazanas market, which provided more than 70% of our grocery supplies.
We have to come back and eat here.
Yeah, I know. We definitely have to come back and eat here.
So I think those are the steps that go up to Alcazaba Castle. I don't remember the name of it, so for now it's Alcazaba. Okay, so it wasn't Alcazaba Castle, it was Alcazaba. Alright, so we're doing a little tour today, kind of a self-tour. Yes, at
Alcazaba. Teatro Romano Alcazaba.
it's easier said for her, isn't it? Anyway, today if you want to do as we're doing, we're going to go up just into this part, but there's a whole second part, which is the Castillo.
The castle.
It's way up the hill. And you can buy tickets together to do within
48 hours, both places for $5.50, or each location for €3.50.
so you can save yourself €1 or €2 if you go and buy the ticket together and do it within 48 hours basically. For us, we're just going to do this part today because it involves a decent amount of walking and my back can only handle so much. So that's what we got, €3.50.
Let's see what it's all about.
This thing is one old place that dates back to the 11th century. And it's older than Lucy. From up on this little defensive wall, gives us a pretty nice view of the Alcazaba. Alcazaba, not Alcazaba. Like Alakazam, that's what I keep on saying, or Shazam, or I don't know. This is the door of Christ right here. Once you get here, and you make a climb up, eventually you get up to a point where there is a little cafe, bar, whatever you want to call it. Get some fresh drinks, maybe some snacks, some ice cream. It's up here. You stop and need water, who knows. And it's shaded, so being in the shade is nice too. Gonna do it?
Not that high on this one. Wow.
Step. So this is as high as Lucy's gonna go, so the end of the line for her. I'll go take good video. And this is as far as you can go here for Alcazaba. But if you look way off in the distance here, there's a pathway to walk up to the Castillo, which is castle, I believe.
So a very nice thing that they do here is right by the entrance there's a QR code that you just scan it with your phone, and then there's different areas that has a number, and it'll give you some information about that. There's several languages, and there's up to 20 different spots that you can learn the entire history.
So do yourself a favor. We are here at the hottest part of the day. It's 4 in the afternoon.
On a weekday.
On a weekday. And there are a lot of people around. So do yourself a favor. Probably come first thing in the morning, and you probably get in without too many people up here yet. And it'll be cooler.
And don't come on the weekends, because there's more people on the weekends everywhere.
Yeah, for sure stay away from the weekend. I guess there's one last thing that we need to tell you while we're leaving Alcazaba, is that it took us, what, about an hour and a half or something like that to get through, and we took a very leisurely pace. So it's not the most exertion that you're gonna have to do. I mean, there's stairs and there's some climbing, you know, a little bit incline, but overall, I would say it's a pretty easy climb to do.
Very easy.
Yeah, so for what it's worth, to old people.
Just a lot of walking. There has a lot of mazes, kind of, a lot of little places you can go into, but it's definitely worth a visit.
Yeah, I would say come visit for €3.50 or whatever. Yeah, definitely a visit. We're here in Tarifa, which is the port city. We'll get on the ferry in order to go to Tangier. Right there is one massive ferry, but that's not ours. Ours is not visible from this viewpoint. And I know one person in particular who's extremely excited. Well, first footsteps on African soil. What do you say?
Feels good.
Guess that says it all right there. So we're walking into the Casbah, right?
Casbah.
Casbah. One thing you notice when you walk into the main market here in Marrakesh is the smell. You can smell so many spices. Don't you agree, Lucy?
What?
The smells.
It's amazing.
Yes.
It's incredible.
We're on the upstairs of one of these buildings here to have our traditional Moroccan lunch. My back, however, does not think that this is going to be working out so well for me. I have to sit in these little boxes here. Does not bode well for me.
We decided to visit Tangier by booking a tour company. The trip seemed very commercialized and felt very rushed. While we do recommend visiting Morocco, we wouldn't suggest doing a tour in one day like we did. I have my favorite.
Lucy and I were coming down to the beach and we got off of the bus. There's a couple cruise ships here and I just had to point one of them out because I think it's amazing. I've never seen it, maybe somebody out there has. This cruise ship right here says it is powered by electric and natural gas. And if we look, there's solar panels on the top, but no smokestacks. So I think that's cool. If you've seen one like this before, drop comments below. So Lucy and I have decided to take a bus ride about 20-30 minutes out of town.
To Playa El Palo.
Playa El Palo. We just got here and we're about to check this place out. Looks like there's some beach area right over there, so that's what we're gonna go check out, and we're gonna do some paddle boarding today. So stay tuned.
Hopefully.
Paddling in Spain, yes, and my back is allowing me to do so, which is even the bigger issue right now. So yay.
So we stopped at this chiringuito to have some food after paddleboarding. We're having an espetos, which is the sardines that they cook here a la brasa on a stick.
Alright, so here we are on top of the AC Marriott here in Malaga, and we are here to enjoy the fantastic views all around, pretty much 360 views, and we're here to watch the sun, which is about to go down. However, if you want to come up here, it's a great place to see everything, but there's a charge to get in.
€9 per person, but you do get a free drink with the coupon to get in. So basically free.
And they don't complain if you want to just come up for your one drink and sit here and watch the sun go down. They're not going to complain that you got one drink that was with your admission. So it's a great place to enjoy.
There's also a pool up here, and there's views to the beach. So it's like almost 360.
Yeah. Great viewpoint from way up top, the castle here in Malaga. So many things you can see. Right there's the cathedral, the park all the way through here, the bull ring, and of course the Mediterranean Sea in the background. And if you come all the way up to the top of the castle here, into the castle, there's a museum of sorts that has all kinds of exhibits that kind of show what the castle was like way back in the day. Never fear, here at the top of the castle there are bathrooms, so that's good. There's also a bar area. Get some ice creams and some cocktails. Quite a nice little patio area up here in the shade. So today we decided we're going to take a walk through the Park of Malaga, which is a pretty long park that runs on both sides of the main road that goes through the center of town. And so far we have encountered this right here, which is a little monument tribute to Salvador Rueda.
Salvador Rueda Monument.
And he happens to be a very famous
Poet. Spanish poet.
from
He was
Malaga.
born and lived here in Malaga.
That's what we have found. Here in the park, we have found a bust monument to Bernardo Ferrandis. He was a painter, but he's no Picasso. So it's our last day here in Malaga, and you can see off in the distance right here is the God, I can't remember. Chapel, bigger than a chapel, church, temple. I can't remember, but anyway, that's off in the distance. And then the castle and fortress, castle fortress. I can't remember what it's called either. Fuck, my memory's going bad. That's what happens when you retire. But yeah, that stuff's off in the distance. But we just, this is the apartment of our Airbnb host. And this is the second time they've had us over for a little snack. And some food and some cocktails, but we'll say goodbye. And then off here we have the sunset going on in the distance. So, yeah, great place. We're gonna miss this one. But we made some good friends. here in Malaga. And tomorrow we are off to Montenegro. We have to be up early.